Hey everybody, wanted to share a quick video with you right now. There's a lot of people concerned about finances, about the stock market, a lot of talk about crypto, and inflation's a big thing. So I just wanted to share something from Warren Buffett himself, the Oracle of Omaha. A lot of people look to him in Berkshire Hathaway as an expert in the stock market. So I wanted to share a clip of what Warren Buffett said a couple years ago, but also what he just said April 30th, 2022, specifically about cryptocurrency. And let's talk about your investments and stocks versus real estate. So let's listen to the Oracle of Omaha and hear what he has to say specifically about the stock market versus rental real estate.
Listening to you talk, though, Warren, when you say, with your comments about bonds, that makes me think of financial assets in general, which includes stocks. And I think about the printing presses, not only in this country, but around the world. You've seen the commercial, cha-chung, 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 with the central banks. And there are periods where financial assets are great, from the early 80s to 2000. And I just wonder if there's then periods where hard assets are great. And you see Paulson in gold and some of these other guys in gold or commodities. Are you just not comfortable with commodities? Are there times where you should be downplaying maybe stocks or businesses and going totally full bore into commodities, but you're just not comfortable doing that?
No, the alternative with me, Joe, the alternative, I don't like fixed dollar investments at all. I don't like short-term bonds. I don't like long-term bonds. We own a lot of short-term bonds, but that is not because we like them. That's just a parking place. But the alternative, in my view, I mean, certainly commodities can be an alternative, but the alternative is income-producing assets of one sort or another that are not fixed dollar type investments. And so I've said consistently for the last few years, I would vastly prefer to own common stocks than fixed dollar investments over a 5 or 10 year period. I don't know about the next 5 hours or 5 days. And that might very well extend to rental real estate. It might extend to farms. I mean, an investment, you're looking for something where you put out money now and that asset that you buy gives you back more money over time. Now, the problem with commodities is that you're betting on what somebody else will pay for them in 6 months. The commodity itself isn't going to do anything for you. So there's two types of assets to buy. One is where the asset itself delivers a return to you, such as rental property, stocks, a farm. And then there's assets that you buy where you hope somebody else pays you more later on, but the asset itself doesn't produce anything. And those are two different games. I regard the second game as speculation. Now, there's nothing immoral or illegal or fattening about speculation, but it is an entirely different game to buy a lump of something and hope that somebody else pays you more for that lump 2 years from now than it is to buy something that you expect to produce income for you over time. I bought a farm 30 years ago, not far from here. I've never had a quote on it since. What I do is I look at what it produces every year, and it produces a very satisfactory amount relative to what I paid for it.
So there you go. Warren Buffett, the Oracle of Omaha, CEO of Berkshire Hathaway, Mr. Stock Market, talking about an income-producing asset. So again, there's nothing immoral or illegal or fattening, as he says, about buying a commodity or buying a stock or even crypto. Although he just said April 30th of 2022, last week, that if somebody gave him all the crypto or all the Bitcoin in the world, he wouldn't buy for $25. Well, why is that? So whether you believe in blockchain or crypto, the currency itself hasn't been accepted and doesn't have utility, and you're not getting a return for that. So our condition and our recommendation is to buy an income-producing asset. In this case, he talked about rental real estate. So you buy a home and it produces income, right? And I'm going to walk through an example of why real estate is the only asset class where you can invest $1 and get 4 possible returns, right? I'll walk you through the scenario. You can't do that with stocks. Stocks sometimes pay a dividend, so maybe you get cash flow coming off a stock as well as it going up, but that's a rare exception. Most of the time, you buy a commodity like gold or wheat or anything like that, or crypto, and you're buying it here and expecting or hoping for somebody else to buy it. There's nothing wrong with that. Our contention is if you can invest $1, though, passively, not sit there and look at a screen, not worry about it, not what is the stock market doing, what's cryptocurrency doing. But do real estate the right way passively with a team like our team at Rent to Retirement, who knows what they're doing, years of experience, thousands of properties collectively we've done as a team and helped hundreds of other clients. When you do that the right way and you hold a piece of real estate, you're getting these forward returns. So if you look at this example, $165,000 house, where you put 20% down and the bank's going to give you 80%. So think about that again. What other asset class is a bank willing to give you their money? Imagine walking into the bank and saying, hey, Mr. and Mrs. Banker, I want $165,000 worth of cryptocurrency or gold or wheat. Please give me 80% of that money and I'll put in my $33,000. Doesn't exist. Think about that. So the biggest and smartest institutions financially in the world are willing to extend and use the majority of their money, 80% of their money. You're putting in 20% as a down payment. So if you did that, $33,000 here on that line, you can see that's 20%. Your money in $33,000. Return number one you get is cash flow. So the net money left after expenses, fixed expenses, mortgages, taxes, insurance, those kind of things. In this scenario, on a typical rental piece of real estate in the markets that we're in, you can clear between $200 to $300 net. So in this example, if you had $3,300 net cash flow in the entire year and you put in $33,000, just that one return on cash flow and you're getting 10%. Tax reduction. Again, real estate is amazing because you get the tax benefits you don't get in other asset classes, right? So there's another 3.6% return. Principal reduction, meaning the mortgage, the 80% mortgage you have, you've got inflation that everybody's concerned about. Everybody's jumping up and down about inflation. Well, inflation is making your asset go up, which is the fourth return, appreciation. So historically, regardless of the real estate market fluctuating over time, that asset is going up. And as they print more and more money with inflation, your assets are going to go up, right? And at the same time, inflation is killing the debt. It's reducing that debt and somebody else is paying down the debt. That's what number three is, principal reduction. So you've got a tenant in there that's been professionally placed, a good tenant, and they're actually paying your debt down for you. So you got inflation working for you on the positive, going up with appreciation, and it's killing the debt as well as somebody else paying that debt off for you. And then that appreciation. Again, over time, if you just look, and there's a 5% average, right? If that house at $165,000 went up only 5%, and inflation rate is much higher than that, you're getting another $8,000 in net worth increase over time. That's your 25% return. So in just this simple scenario, which is a real scenario, I'd love to have you reach out and talk with our team about the actual properties we have that are all off market, professionally managed. One of our team members can help you make a selection that's best for you. But think about investing $33,000 of your money and getting $14,000 in true net worth or cash flow back to you for returns for $1 invested. That's why we're excited about rental real estate, done the right way, done passively with a team that knows what they're doing. So if that's exciting to you, I'd love to have a conversation with you. Reach out to myself or a member of our team at Rent to Retirement, and we can help you create passive income through rental real estate as well.
Thanks for watching the Rent to Retirement YouTube channel. Check out some of our other videos, like this one, or this one here.